Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Faith Emichi, and I'm currently in my fifth year, going to my fifth year college. I'm studying computer engineering, and this video is long overdue, seriously long overdue. But I got the Generation Google Scholarship in 2023, and I promised that I would make a video of my whole application process if I were to get it because I went around during the application stage looking for videos, particularly from people applying for the EMEA aspect of it. But I never really found videos, so I was like, I have to help my people. If I do end up in that spot, I'm going to help my people. So yeah, here I am doing that video to help you if you fall into that category, I guess. So yes, so let's get into it. So um drafted out a couple of questions and I'm going to be using that, I guess, so we can touch all the points and get everything nitty gritty. And hopefully, I don't digress. So, first thing about the Generation Google Scholarship, right? So, it's for women in computer science. The one I applied for was for women in computer science. And I know they have for the APAC region, I think the Pacific Asian region, and they have for EMEA, and EMEA is European, African, Middle East, something along the line of that. But basically, I fell into that category because I'm from Nigeria, and basically, I study computer engineering, so that falls under STEM. So women in computer science, that's me. So I think he opened. I'm not sure when he opened. 2023. He opened. Yes, he opened 2022. Like the previous year, 2022, the previous year. And then I saw it, but uh, I wasn't really into. I like once I saw the amount was what caught me in first instance. I think it was like from the publications from when I had seen it, it was $7,000 thereabouts, and I'm like, who is willing to give anybody $7,000 in this like economy, right? So I didn't think much about it, although it was like shared to me by a friend, and um it was kind of like a GDG community stuff then. So she shared the document. It hadn't opened by then, but it was just like to prepare people to apply for it, right? So I wasn't really watching out for it or anything. But then I think I saw an ad on like a scholarship group, and that was during my scholarship application phase. So I was like, okay, let me give this a shot. I delayed my application to like close to the deadline. That's when I started writing my essay. Pulled up my laptop one random night. I was thinking about my life, like what's going on. And I just pulled up my laptop and I was like, okay, let me just apply for this shit. I don't know if I'm going to get it because it seemed far fetched. But then I was like, I need this. So I just pulled up my laptop. I started writing the essay. I had a huge issue with like scholarships that you had to write essays. I found it really hard, although I know how to write. I've gotten scholarships before for writing essays, but it's always hard for me to like just sit down and start writing. So that also contributed to my procrastinating. So yeah, so but I ended up applying close to the deadline, and thank God for that. So this is the definition of shoot your shot. You don't know who is reading, right? Just shoot that shot. So yeah, so let's see what we're working with. Um so I'm just going to be reading the overview from the website, then after that I'll get into my applications and whatever. This is from last year. It's from 2020 when they opened the application in 2024. I think I'm not really conversant with like the year, but I just know the year I got it right. So I'm reading for EMEA, and it says the Generation Google Scholarship for men in computer science was established to help students pursuing computer science degrees excel in technology and become leaders in the field. Selected students will receive a 7,000 euro award. So it wasn't dollars, it was euro, and for the 2024-2025 academic year. So this is for women in computer science, and it will be awarded based on strength of each candidate's commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion, demonstrated leadership, and academic performance. So there's this video I watched beforehand where she this girl had gotten like numerous scholarship, and she was like the key to like getting them. So it's like know what you're looking for. Know what you're looking for. And at first hand you think that this is computer science, like computer science um scholarship, and you have to be coding, you have to be doing this, you have to be doing big projects, clinical and clinical. But the fact I'm here to shock you, so just stay tuned and listen to what I have to say. But reading always helps. So basically what they were looking for here: strength of each candidate's commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion, demonstrated leadership and academic performance. So apparently I qualified for this. I'll tell you how. So next, who can apply? So what they say here: to be eligible to apply, applicants must be currently enrolled as a full-time student in a bachelor's program at an accredited university or college for the 2023-2024 academic year. Like I said, I read numerous books. I was on Medium. I was on YouTube. I was everywhere checking. So apparently they used to offer it to postgraduate students before, but not anymore. So this is just for undergraduates now. So intend to be enrolled in or accepted as a full-time student in a bachelor's program at an accredited university in Europe, Middle East, or Africa for the 2024-2025 academic year. Like I said, this video is strictly for EMEA candidates. I have no knowledge of the APAC procedure and everything. So third criteria is to be studying computer science, computer engineering, or a closely related technical field. So I am studying computer engineering. So fourth, demonstrate a strong academic record. Then the fifth one, exemplify leadership and demonstrate passion for improving representation of underrepresented groups in computer science and technology. Here very well. Notice very well. So the application process, I think this one differs from my year, but it's kind of similar. So you'll be asked to complete an online application which includes general background information, contact information, and details about your current and intended universities. So you can also apply if you're not yet in, from the videos I saw, if you're not yet in university, but you're intending to start at a given, like I think they have like a time frame for it. So if you have already gotten your admission letter to that said university, but you've not really started, you can apply for it. So second thing is your resume slash CV. Third thing is your letters of recommendation. I do not remember, but I don't think I had to do this. I did provide a letter of recommendation, but I don't think I'll get to the I'll get to what I was saying that differed. So fourth is the academic transcripts from your current institution. Got that one too, signed and stamped. It doesn't really have to be official. I think they accept unofficial transcripts also. So responses to short answer essay questions. I think this is where the bulk of like your grading comes from for the scholarship. So essay questions, the same thing as my year, surprisingly. Not really surprisingly. Okay, so two short answer essay questions below are intended to assess your problem solving skills and commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. Each response to the two questions should be 500 words or less, or nothing more. So tell me about a time when you faced a complex problem without a clear path to a solution, and describe the steps, yada yada yada. So basically this is your opportunity to both. I have seen a lot of like scholarship videos, applications and shit like that, and they always like post softly. I know when it always feels like cringe when you're talking about stuff you've done, but there's a way to subtly slot it in, and yeah. So second essay, from your personal experience, describe a barrier that prevents equitable access to the field of technology. What do you believe is the root cause? What actions have you taken to address this inequity, and what actions do you plan to take? So Please, they said, please focus at least half of your response on the actions you have taken. Keep in mind that impact can happen in many ways at different scales. Keyword different scales. So okay. So that's that from the website. So now to get into the beginning. So the application process was pretty chill for me, simple and straightforward. I think they had their own platform. It wasn't a Google form or anything. They had their own like separate platform built up, and you could retract and edit your application at any point in time. From what I remembered, yeah. So I did. I submitted my resume, and I had to take it back because the format wasn't formatting. Um, when I submitted my resume, I was made known that that format wasn't like really good for the application. I did see, like I said, I researched a little bit, not that much. It was after they had gotten back to me that I started like running about and checking. But yeah, I did see like a better format from someone who had gotten like numerous scholarships, and she showed the format and she actually attached the link. So I just retracted my application and then sent the proper CV to them. So I will put it somewhere here when I'm editing the video so that you can check it out. And also attach the link to the CV template that I used in case you would like to use it too. So next thing was the transcript. The transcript wasn't really hard to get because I always make it a habit of getting my transcript after each session. So 100 level, I get my transcript signed and stamped. 200 level, get my transcript signed and stuff so that when the occasion comes for it to use it, I'm not really like running about. Like I said, I actively apply for scholarships and shit like that. So then the two letters of recommendation is what I can't really remember because I don't think it was part of the application then. I think they measured solely on like the scholarship essay. And okay, next thing is the short answer essay question. So now if you remember in the beginning I said that looking at this like scholarship now, you think that oh they're looking for people who know how to code in React, in JavaScript, in Python, in this, and that. Um no. No. And last year a couple of people reached out to me to review their essay and I tried as hard as I could to explain it to them that basically what you're looking for is the act of leadership and you bringing in other people to other minority people to into tech, right? So in my essay I basically talked about that my volunteering. So 2022 I volunteered to register students, secondary school students in rural areas, right? For this opportunity called Rise. It was a yearly opportunity where they um had the opportunity to make impactful projects in their community, targeting problem solving in their community, right? And then they would have access to a huge network of opportunity, global opportunities, and access to like scholarships and stuff like that. So I volunteered for this non-profit called Wow Foundation. So um I wrote about that, like going to those secondary schools, educating them on STEM, and then bringing them to know the problems in their community and how they can solve it, and also walking them through their application in for the Rise challenge. So it's called Rise Challenge. So I basically the question was when you face a complex problem without a clear path to a solution. So, like I said, it was a rural community, right? They didn't have access to the internet. Most of them didn't know how to use the platform. Most of them didn't have like what do you call it, a smartphone to apply for it, right? They didn't have emails, so we basically had to teach them from scratch, like organize like mini stuff to teach them how to create emails for themselves, how to apply for the program step by step. So it was how I tackled this challenge as a team, carrying my team members along, delegating tasks and all. That's what I wrote about. So I think they found what they were looking for in that essay. I explained it vividly, what I learned from the experience that you can't do anything by yourself. You have to carry your team along. And then, yeah, yeah, that was basically what I wrote about. I didn't write about any coding. I didn't write that I had a problem with my boss, that he asked me to code something, and then I didn't write about that. That's why I was so sure in my head. I was so sure I wasn't going to get it because um I didn't fully capture that area of my life. So, second, from your personal experience, describe a barrier that prevents equitable access to the field of technology. So, one thing I believe in is girls having mentors, right? Women having mentors in STEM, and I'm a STEMinist. I'm a STEMinist. I've been volunteering for courses related to like feminism, STEM for God knows how long, and it's something I'm really passionate about. So that showed in my application. It showed in the organizations that I've volunteered with, the initiatives, the campaigns that I've worked on. So remember when I said bragging softly? So that's what I did. I bragged softly about the campaigns I had run, why I feel like women aren't succeeding in STEM because we don't have enough mentors for girls, and then the education, there's a breach, there's a huge gap in education of African girls in STEM. So I talked about that and how I'm working towards solving that. So yeah. Um Next thing, I think that's everything about the application phase. So after applying, I applied like pretty late, pretty close to the deadline. I would say like one day before the deadline. And I crossed my mind from it. I really crossed my mind from it. I thought I wouldn't get it. So one day in my hostel at night and I get a mail from Google. I think I'll put it somewhere here also. So I get a mail from them and they're like, you've been shortlisted for the next stage of your application. I think as a semi-finalist, and I'm like, what the fuck, what the fuck? Oh my god, oh my god, super excited. Now this is when the whole like mental issue started. Like I I had crazy let me say, was it imposter syndrome at this point? Because like I said, I thought they would pick someone like more in the tech space, someone who had written more about like applications or websites or stuff they've done like in STEM. Like you get, yeah, I hope you're getting what I'm saying. But they selected me. So this was when I started spiraling. I went to YouTube, I searched up people who had gotten it, but mostly I saw APAC. And like one thing that was constant is that the application year, like the process changes with the application year. So the one I checked, I think it was a blog. They said that you would have to like do like a coding challenge. And once I saw that, I had already cancelled my mind. I'm like, coding challenge, me, like against the world, against how many people in Africa, not just Africa, Europe, Middle East, like. So I kept on checking. I came across like different videos, but this one they were mostly international that they had applied, but it wasn't in Africa. So I was a bit confused about the process, but I just left it. I think the mail said that I should get, the only direction from that mail was that I had been shortlisted as like a semi-finalist and I had to like complete, like get a verification document from my school that I had been enrolled for like the 2023-2024 academic session. Was it 2024 24? No, it's 2023 2024. So I had to go to the registrar of my school, get the document, get it stamped on the letterhead paper, yada yada yada. And they themselves would send it to like Google themselves. And if you know anything about African schools, like no, let me not say African schools. Let me know anything about Nigerian schools, you know that sorry, they cannot be trusted. So I went, they were always delay, like, but it was pretty fast. They were nice and all. They, I described what I needed and they did it for me like pretty fast. But the thing about it is that they had to send it themselves, and I wouldn't know if they had sent it or not. So I did the whole document thingy, and I took it to the registrar, and I made sure that I didn't make any mistake when I was like typing out the email that they would send it to. I cross checked like a million times before I dropped the document. Next thing you know, I think like a week had passed. I'm getting a mail from Google that my school hadn't sent it in yet. Jesus, I wanted to die. I wanted to die. It said that, oh, we haven't received your verification. That if I don't do it within this time frame, they are going to like move on to another candidate. I was like, Nigeria is finally after me. My village people are finally after me. So I didn't know what to do, because if you know anything about like the university, if you now go there, they'll not be like as if you're pestering them. But I let that go. I let it go. I went there. I was like, oh, that they reached out to me that they haven't received it yet. That was going on, me. And then they sent it. They actually sent it, and then I just reached out. I was like, oh, that I followed up with them that I wanted to know if they had received it or not, and they were like, oh yes, that we've received it. So yeah, my chest came down. Mind you, I was still waiting for coding challenge, oh. But it turns out that for EMEA, I think, and for APAC, they cancelled that whole coding challenge. I think that was a year back, so they had cancelled that already. So all I needed to do was the verification, fill out a couple of forms, and then I did get the money. I was surprised. Like, bro, oh my god, it was a good day. And the lesson learned from this is just that if you put your mind to anything, you can legit do it. Just read through, know what they're looking for, know just the strong points you're looking for, and if you feel like it resonates with you, then shoot your shots. Imagine if I hadn't like submitted that essay. Imagine if like imposter syndrome had eaten me up, and I say no, I'm not going to get this shit, and I hadn't done that. Will I be making this video today? No. So I think I've done my due diligence. So if you have any questions whatsoever, I pray YouTube algorithm brings this video to your page. If not, I wish you the best in your application for like the zero people I'm talking to. So if you have questions, I'm going to drop my email in the description. So you can send your questions to me, and I'll try my best to answer. And then you can also follow me on LinkedIn. I'm more active there. I post a lot of stuff about applications and shit. So you can follow me on LinkedIn. And then what else? What else? Yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be talking more about applications. I think that's the way to go. That's what I'm good at, and that's what's going to resonate with my audience, I guess. So Hmm. What else? I wish I remember more about like the questions they asked in the application itself, but I don't have access to that portal anymore. If not, I think the application is still there. If not, I would have logged in to check. Oh yeah, oh I almost forgot the Google Swags. I thought I was going to receive it, but yeah, they actually sent the Google Swags too. So like people in Africa too. I like I had already cancelled my mind from it, only to receive like after a month later they were like, oh, that we would like to send you your swag. I should put in my I should put in my address, and then I received it. I received the green bag, and then a jotter. I think I still have this jotter. Yeah, I received this jotter, yes, the jotter, and a biro and a t-shirt. I went for like extra large, and probably should have reduced in my X's, but yeah, I got the extra large. And what else did I get? I got a purse, like a stationary purse to go with it. And I was really excited when I got I wish I had done an unboxing, but I was still I hadn't created this YouTube channel yet. So if I had, I probably would have done the unboxing video. So yeah, if you have any questions, reach out, and I'll be here to answer. Yeah. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for watching. And again, I'm Faith. Bye.